Warning, I yap. That's who I am. That's how I make my videos. If you have a problem with that, I don't know, man. Cry about it. You guys are proving my anger management doesn't work, and honestly, I applaud all of you. So a few days ago, I made a video called Why I'm Not So Hyped About Secret of the Mimic, and now I'm making a video on why I'm actually excited for the game, which might confuse some of you. If y'all didn't know, I both like and starting to hate this game. I'm not gonna lie. Again, that video was all about stuff that I don't like around the game, but now I want to talk about what's in the game directly. However, before we even get started on that, I just want to address some comments in my last video. Now, originally, me addressing the comments took 22 entire minutes, and even though I think that's kind of hilarious, I understand some people just don't really vibe with my humor, so I'm going to try and be as calm as possible when addressing these, because in the previous draft of this video, I was just super emotional. Again, for the bit, I really don't take FNAF that seriously in my life. I have other shit to do. But, I guess we gotta fucking kill me. We gotta get into the video. Oh, jeez Louise. Talk about Porky the Pig. Goddamn. It took me like 5 different fucking tries to read this guy's first sentence in his response to my video, and the only thing that's throwing me off is that in the first sentence he says I did state multiple incorrect things instead of I did see or I noticed multiple incorrect things. I'm not really gonna harp on somebody if they miss spell or grammar mistakes. I'm not that type of person. I clearly understand your intention. I'm not going to be a dick about it, but let's actually get into his criticism of my video. Firstly, a game being heavily based off a book does not make it a one-to-one copy. It should, but this is FNAF and it doesn't work that way. Into the Pit is a great example of this. See, now I have an issue with this claim on my video that I state that it's a one-to-one copy when I don't do that. If you go back and watch that previous video, I do not once state that anything is a one-to-one copy. I just heavily, and I do mean over exaggerate my feelings towards stories like Fazgoo or the ending of the Stitch Wraith story with the Trash Afton stuff, but I do not once state that it is a one-for-one copy. Second, the game is released flat first and VR later. This one especially ticks me off a little because not once in that video do I state that the VR comes first. All I say in that video, and I'll even play a clip, is that I'll play it when the flat version comes out. So what about what I'm saying is incorrect? If the flat version were to come out first, I still have to wait until it comes out to play it. I don't actually understand this criticism because I've gotten a lot of comments on it, and yet I've never stated that to be incorrect. I never said that the VR version comes out first. I might have implied it due to a lack of knowledge, but I don't say it. But actually, yeah, I don't have a VR headset, so I technically can't give it a fair shot because I can't play it until the PC port comes out. So if I don't have a headset and I have to wait until the PC port comes out, but the port comes out first, how am I incorrect? I still have to wait until the PC port comes out. Anyway, let's move on. Third, the game might not show the Mimic's backstories, but when has any FNAF game ever shown a full backstory? May I remind you, this is the same series that had Sister Location, a game that actively fed you Baby's backstory. Not only did you learn her backstory through hearing the fucking kid's voice throughout the entire game, but there's an actual literal mini game that honestly isn't even that hard to find because it's a death mini game and a mini game that you can actively trigger on the menu to learn Baby's backstory. As a matter of fact, there's a whole night that you can dedicate to learning her backstory. So yes, a FNAF game has shown full backstory before, and I guess we're just gonna forget FNAF 4 exists. But hey, it's fine. Fourth, let's go on to this fourth point. Despite the fact that this third one is actively, disproven by playing the games. Fourth, let's suspend disbelief and say that The Secret of the Mimic is exactly like the book. That doesn't mean all of the other books are going to be canon. Okay, I'd like to say firstly, it's not really that much of a disbelief to say that Scott would make a game entirely based on a book, considering the fact that the original FNAF movie, one of the big scripts that he was working on, was just going to be the Silver Eyes. But regardless of that, I'm not even saying that the mimic is going to be exactly like the book. It obviously takes place after the events of the book. If you read it, you'd know that. I knew that going in making that video. I do not make a claim saying that it's going to be exactly like the book. I'm just saying that the books might be canon. I don't even say that they are canon. I actively state that I don't want them to be. So I don't know what you're refuting. I don't want them to be canon and you're saying they're not. What is this? Fifth, Scott has stated that Security Breach was supposed to be different and there were communication issues. Oh, okay. What are you disputing from my video? Not once in that video do I state that Scott never stated that it was supposed to be different or wasn't supposed to be different. As a matter of fact, I even state that the original trailer clearly shows that the game was supposed to be different. So I don't know what you're refuting. If anything, you're actually confirming my issues with the lore surrounding the game. Guys, I don't know why hating Security Breach has become a cardinal sin, but I don't like it. If a game was rushed out and a game clearly had pure communication when developing, that does not make the game better. The game is still bad to play. The game is still a bad story. I don't like the way the endings are. That doesn't change anything. It was a bad product because of bad productivity. I don't really see why that's such a cardinal sin to say. I don't like it. What? If a fucking chef was cooking food while sick and sneezing your food, are you really gonna look me dead in the eyes and say, yeah, I'll eat it? He was sick, but that's why the food's bad. Therefore, it's not bad at all. That makes no fucking sense. Sorry, I'm trying to stay polite as possible, but like, seriously, guys. Are we fucking for real? 6. Security Breach isn't 3 hours. I believe it's around 10. Okay. I made a hyperbole. So fucking what? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. FNAF fans don't understand what hyperbole means. I understand. As a matter of fact, I'll even Google it for you to show you what a hyperbole is. Hyperbole. Noun. Exaggerated statements or claims not meant to be taken literally. And even then, let's say you were supposed to take what I said literally. My point, if you rewatch my video, was that Vanny shows up in a little amount of screen time compared to a long period of time that the game is played. Like I said in my video, she shows up for like 5 minutes in a 3-hour long game. Clearly, it was supposed to be a hyperbole, yet correcting me makes my point stand even more. Trailers, but like she only shows up for like 5 fucking minutes in a 3-hour game. And don't give me— Thank you for the alley-oop, by the way. Honestly, the last sentence of this video is super ironic. You say you appreciate the video and the conflicting opinions, but you also tell me to do my research before making these claims. However, your last claim of the fucking video makes you look like an idiot. Not only that, but all the claims you make about my video clearly aren't well researched. After all, one of your claims is literally disproven if you play the games. But I'm sorry, don't mess with us FNAF fans. We don't play our own series. Clearly. Now, if you guys want me to make a full video on just disputing claims against that specific video, just say it in the comments or like and subscribe, honestly. But yeah, this wasn't even the worst. I actually had 4 originally picked out. However, considering the fact that I took 10 minutes just to talk about this one, honestly, a 40-minute video about just disputing claims when the video is supposed to be something else, and I don't feel like doing that. But again, if you guys want like a full video on just disputing claims, like and subscribe. But let's get into the second part of this video, which is me talking about why I'm actually excited for this game. Now let's talk about why I am excited for the film. I'm excited for the film, the game, by watching the trailers and saying what I like about them. Okay.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us.
So already, I want to say something. We're going to go back actually. Few frames. Right here. I'm loving the aesthetic of the game already. It looks nice. It looks FNAF. I don't know how to say this without sounding weird. I think lately FNAF hasn't had like its style. I don't know. It didn't feel like FNAF for a bit. And I'm not talking about the Help Wanted games. I think the games are great. I'm mostly talking about Security Breach. But even then, Security Breach wasn't really off the style of FNAF. It felt off to me. Not like I'm not saying it was off, by the way. I'm just saying it kind of felt off. You know what I mean? Let's continue. But I'm liking the style of like the game and the way it looks.
For us. It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant...
First, hold on. Let's go back. Because how big is this bitch? Hold on. Back up. Yeah. How big is Jackie? How big? Like that's some DJ Music Man level like of holy fuck. I'm assuming our character's like 6 foot, maybe like 5'9" to 6 feet. I mean, it seems like if that's like the average size of a doorway, then I'm probably going for like 5'9", 5'10". But goddamn, look at her. That's a big bitch. I'm actually excited because I think she changes size.
While attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment. We fully expect.
See, I think it changes size, and I think that would make sense because like the whole spring thing. I think their thing is that they're like elastic, like not elastic, but you know what I mean, like very springy. You know, you'll see what I mean. You'll understand what I'm talking about in a second.
In case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. Right. I wish I could. No, don't go by fucking 5 seconds, you little bitch. We're going back a few. Actually, we're gonna go ahead a bit. I like how you can. Oh no! Wait. I think my Here, let me move that real quick out the way for y'all, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Right there. That's a human hand. If you can see I wish you could see my mouse. There you go. Yeah, you can see it now. Hold on. Let's go back. Back the fuck up. Right there. That's a human hand. I'm so excited if this, like, FNAF isn't, okay, I want to get this straight and cleared. FNAF isn't a gory game. Never really was. I mean, the most gore you got was an 8-bit mini game showing someone dying. That's the most gore we got. Like, FNAF VHS tapes, they've been tricking some people. But I like the idea that now we're getting more comfortable with showing dead bodies. At the very least, showing that someone, or at least implying that they're dead. You know, at least that's what I think I'm saying. I love the designs of these, like, I can't say newer animatronics, even though they're new compared to us, but like these, I'm pretty sure these are like the old versions. Like this takes place a while ago. I also like like, first off, this is clearly like, that's like a sister location design, right? The face plates, the plastic look, right, with the rose cheeks. I want to make another FNAF theory. I really do, because I really want to make it. This game is making me want to make another FNAF theory. It's been forever since my last FNAF theory. Actually, that would be like months ago, if I can remember correctly. It's been so long. But I'm already theorizing because of the way this character looks. It looks like a mix between sister location because of the face plates, but obviously there's something old going on, because if you could remember in the sister location designs, right, they were more wiry, right, like at least the way the endoskeleton looked. But look at this, it looks more like a tube. So I'm thinking, actually, and this is mostly going back to Chica's Party World, I'm thinking Chica's Party World had animatronics that looked similar to this, where even though Funtime Chica has a revamped sister location design, I think this is what pretty much Chica's Party World used to look like before Chica got revamped. Like they had the hose things and that. Because I think the faceplate thing is going back to the 70s, which also might have some implications. Like when like Elizabeth died and all. And even though I always thought that was kind of weird because it's like the sister location animatronics, obviously this game is now showing us that 100% animatronics, like the sister location animatronics, were a thing back then in this universe, right? Oh my fucking, look at that. Look at that's so cool. I'm gonna like that. Even though again, you know, like I said, I'm not too hyped, but I'm also hyped. You know what I mean? I'm liking the game. I like the gameplay. I just don't like the lore surrounding the game. I think that's one thing people didn't understand about my last video is I'm not saying I'm gonna hate the game. I'm not once do I say I'm gonna hate the game because the game's not out yet. What I am saying is the lore surrounding the game is not my cup of tea. Okay, what can I say? It's not my cup of tea. But let's continue. Okay, the only thing I'm probably gonna not like. I know I just went and said that this game is establishing that like the sister location animatronics are 100% like gonna be a thing. Like at least sister location-esque animatronics were a thing in like the 70s. But we're talking about DJ Music Man over here. This big body ass nigga. Look at him. Look at my chunky boy. It's just I suspend my disbelief, but like, god damn, bro. I mean, I'm probably gonna like this. This looks like a boss fight, and I think this boss fight might be really cool. At least that's what it looks like, or a chase scene. So even though I'm suspending my disbelief of something this big being created, but actually, maybe I don't have to. Like, I bet there were animatronics that were this big back in the 70s, like for like Disneyland or something, probably, or Disney World or whatever. If Disney World was a thing back then, I'm not gonna look that up, by the way. But like, look at my big boy. Look at him. When I first watched this trailer, I didn't like the fact that it was DJ Music Man instead of just regular Music Man. Because, hot take here. I know the spiciest of takes on the Uncle channel. I like regular Music Man more than I like DJ Music Man. I think regular Music Man has a better character design. I think he's cooler. I don't like DJ Music Man at all. So sorry. I just like regular old Music Man. But this looks like I'm not gonna do my research. Fuck you guys. I want to call this guy the Maestro Man though, unless that's already like a fandom name for him, or like his actual name is Maestro Man. But like, look at him, and I think it would make. Oh, look at him. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this old bitch. Okay, let's continue.
Asmere Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person.
You look terrible. I'm exhausted.
God.
To do my morning.
It looks like a 60s cartoon. That's so cool. I like how it's so obvious it's just still images. But like back then, I guess it didn't really. I mean, the 30s had a rubber hose, but like for commercials, when it comes to like animation, they didn't have a lot, I'm assuming.
Never be ready for my big
Look at.
presentation. All I want to do is sleep.
Oh, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? Let me see this. Is that like just an office? Looks like just an office.
Why sleep?
Wait, what's that? What the fuck is that? Who are you?
When you can stay up latte. Stay up late?
That fucking ding got me, sorry.
No, latte. It's new. For mine. Try it. Distinctive taste. Rich and roasted, yet creamy and sweet. Give me more. That's Murray's secret recipe. The Stay Up Latte creates the perfect cup of coffee suited to you, based on your coffee habits.
I know what you want better than you do. I'm always watching and learning.
I know what you want better than you do. This is AI in the future, by the way. We're gonna make these types of things in like the next 18 months, and then we're just be hit with the I know what you want more than you do, buddy. Fuck out of here. I know you more than you do. Ooh, was that like the I think her name was Darla. That's what I saw on her tag, like on the trailer. Her name was like Darla or something, like the female animatronic. I'm pretty sure, like right there on the tag, it was a D something.
Morning. Did you stay up all night? No. I stayed up latte. After 2 full pods, I'm ready to work. Promotion, here I come. That's the very difference.
I have a theory. I know. That's what I'm liking about this game so far, from what I'm seeing, is that this game makes me want to theorize. I really do. Especially the advertisement. My theory, and I actually might make a video on this. My theory is Fazbear Entertainment, right? So there were 2 companies. There's Fazbear Entertainment, and then there was Fredbear's Family Diner. Which, actually, no, Fazbear Entertainment wouldn't have been a thing. I think it would be like, because it's either Fazbear Pizza or Fazbear Entertainment. Okay, yeah. So, 2 companies, Fazbear Entertainment, Fredbear's Family Diner. I can't think of the actual companies I'm thinking about, but you know what I'm getting at, right? I think Fredbear's Family Diner made the animatronics, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, right? But Fazbear Entertainment made products. And then they came together for Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria. That's what I'm thinking. Because all these products, they weren't made by, I don't think they were made by Henry. I think they were made by Fazbear Entertainment specifically. I think Afton worked at Fazbear Entertainment first and then went over to Fredbear's with Henry. But I mean, I'll have to iron that out. But that's my baseline for the theory. It's not my, like, I wanna like do, obviously I wanna research and all that good stuff. But from what I'm thinking that they used to make just weird shit. I mean, this was like, I'm still thinking this is gonna take place like late 70s. Actually, matter of fact, let's look it up. Oh no, they don't even give you a date. Ooh, here, let's go to.
Are your clothes creating a catastrophic pile? Is your family distraught?
Oh, wait, art style change. Okay, but it's like the same 2 people though. That's definitely, yeah. Wait, and that's definitely the same dude from the last one. He's just drawn different. Brown hair. Hold on, we're gonna do the Matt Pat thing. But I gotta do it. I gotta hit him with that. Hold on, let's go back. Yeah, brown hair, glasses, very rectangular glasses actually. Is that supposed to be a red bow tie or it could be a purple one? Ooh, that one was purple, but this one looks more red. But I'm thinking the reason why it's red is because how it looks on film. Like how it would look back then. So wait, if this is supposed to be, it said, hold on, let's look at this. Recovered footage from the archive of the inventor Edwin Murray. If that's supposed to be Edwin, right? Yeah, same thing. If that's supposed to be Edwin, then who's that and who's that? Oh, wait. Now I know who they are. Okay. Sorry. The book slipped my mind for a second because I completely forgot about his kid dying. So obviously. We need one of those now. I'm gonna need one of those. I need a hug. Okay. And I think that is like it. That's all the things. So, obviously, hold on, let me just commando this motherfucker real quick. Okay. So, basically, I'm really excited for the game. Okay, I like the way it looks. I like the advertisement. I don't like the lore, but I will theorize about this game when it comes out, regardless of my opinions on it. But I just, I think this game might be fun. It looks fun, and I like the advertisement. I like what they're doing. It looks fun. I'm not doubting that. But, like, again, the lore around it, not my cup of tea. That's just it. That's all. I don't like the lore around it. Not my cup of tea. But the game does look good. Yo, listen, y'all have a nice day, okay? And I'm excited. I'm excited. Stay up latte. All right, bye-bye.